What's going on, y'all? Like, I'm like, I can't let certain things bother me, but Apple about to see me. Apple about to see me, bro. Like, for real. Apple is about to see me. But we here with BARZ with ZPEEZE. This is something new that I am wanting to do. Y'all don't never really see my face at all. So I thought this would be really a good segment to do, like, throughout the week. Really just to walk through my bars, what they mean to me, what came about them. But this particular session is me writing the actual song. So the bars that y'all have seen, those are just out the way. Those just things that, like, just at that second, at that time, it crossed my mind, you know. But today we about to get into actually writing a song. Today, in particular, I wanted to do Orbit, which is a beat. The beat is called Orbit, and before, so I want to shout out my producer Brazy, and my producer Quasar as well. Both of them have really just been like grinding with me as well. 28 too, just the whole team really just been grinding with me. I appreciate for real everybody who had checked on me throughout June. I just had to take some time off to just work behind the scenes, you know, get some new visions, clear my mind, and I really want to build my brand, you know what I mean? And I can't really do that if I'm on the go all the time. So I just really had to sit down, you know. So, but today I wanted to take this time to actually walk through what my bars mean, how I came about them, and etc. You know what I mean? So this song reminds me, the beat in a way reminds me of I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time when it comes to you. So this song is, the beat itself is called Orbit. I have not officially put a title on there yet because, again, it's still in motion. But this song reminds me of growing up in Kansas City, Missouri. So if y'all don't know, I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. And I know on my thing, on my Instagram, it says Raleigh, but that's where I'm based now. But grew up 18 years, born and raised Kansas City, Missouri. Can't take that out of me. And, like, if you ever go to Kansas City, like, I really recommend people do go to Kansas City for real, because it's really the land of, like, jazz, like, blues, rhythm. Like, it just has all of that. Like, if you go to, well, so much is being gentrified from us. So you probably won't get as much. You'll probably use, if you connected to your roots, you will. But just the 18th and Vine, Swope Park, like those areas are where we used to like gather together and just party and just have a good time. You know what I mean? So this song particularly just reminds me of that. You know, my home growing up, my home was the home kids came from the blocks, and we was at Zay's house or ZPEEZE's house. You know what I mean? Like, I just remember those days, man. Like, I remember having a good time, boy. We used to chill, boy. Just thinking about it makes me just smile, boy. We had the trampoline, we had the basketball court, but again, those are things we don't see today, you know. Kids scared to come outside, you know, and it's just sad because, boy, we was out there getting scars and everything. I ain't lying to you. But with that being said, before we actually sing and write, like, go through the song and everything, I just want to say the bars that I already have, bars that, you know, that really just resonated with me in this song. And also, I may switch it up. Like, that's the point of this live. Like, these are lives that I must start doing, but I may just switch it up because it's like, you never know what comes through the mind with ZPEEZE. So welcome to BARZ with ZPEEZE. I hope that whoever sees this, you know, you just vibe with me. Like, for real, this session, and just vibe with me. Like, I ain't special. You know what I mean? I ain't special. I'm special in my world, but I ain't special like that. You know, I'm chilling. I like to vibe. I love music. And like I said, I took the month off to really think of other things that I could do to expand my brand, to also expose, like, what we do. You know, I have nothing to hide. You'll hear it all in my songs, to be honest with you. So let's get into it. So like I said, this particular beat is called Orbit. So what I normally do when I'm in the studio, me and my engineer, we normally like listen to the beat like 3 times. Just nothing, no sound. We just listen to the beat, get the feeling of it, understand what we trying to say, what we trying to do, etc. So I'll let y'all hear a snippet of the beat. And I hope y'all can hear it because it's coming through my headphones, but my headphones are pretty loud, so I ain't really tripping. Hey world, I've been going through some things, trying to heal my pain. Hey world, I've been going through some things, trying to heal my pain. So that's not a bar. That song is actually from Make It Happen, which I actually, if you know Make It Happen, that means you've been around for a while. But that's a song I never dropped, but I always used it for like my videos and instrumentals and stuff like that. But we me and that particular beat, Transparent, is a YouTube beat, and you know how it is when any artist know how it is. Like, you never get your beats off YouTube, you never get your beats off BeatStars, whatever it is. Like, you can, but you know it hit different when you build a personal relationship with a producer, an engineer, somebody you can touch, call any time of the day. You know what I mean? So any artists out there, I would recommend that 10 toes down. Like, use those beats on YouTube and BeatStars, whatever apps. Use those for practice, you know, and just get a flow of your sound. But when it comes to actually writing the song, find you a good producer that can really get the nitty gritty on what it is that you're trying to do. I just realized I have a hair cap on, but I like to have my hair covered. I don't know why, but I actually really do. And it's just a comfort for me. My head be getting cold and all that, but I just realized that. But that's besides the point. But yeah, so that's really just the whole gist of it. But so this song I have right now, the lyrics and everything is, on the road I feel alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady holding her own. Father wasn't around. Mother taught her to hold her crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing Felix. Take me back to Swoke Park. Tell all the OGs bring the old schools out. Oh, I got a bar. Got it. Take a trip around town. I like that. I like that. No way. Because I was trying to figure out. Take a trip around town. Remember the good times, making my grandma proud. So that's all I got right now. So we can, ooh, I like that. But hey, one thing y'all learn, and people who know me too, one thing y'all will learn is that I do speak poetically. So I really, first of all, it's me. I ain't trying to, I ain't got nobody. I ain't trying to impress nobody. I ain't trying to impress nobody. I just told you I'm trying to make my grandma proud. What? But, we can go ahead and do this. I don't have a chorus or a hook yet either. So I'm going to move these so it's not too loud and y'all can hear me more than the beat. I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time. On the road, feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady here trying to hold her on. Father wasn't around. Mother taught her to hold her crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing Felix. Take me back to Swoke Park. So all the dream. Dang, I hate when I mess up. Okay, hold on. Catch the beat again. Okay, hold on. Okay. I won't waste no time. 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 On the road feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady trying to hold her own. Father wasn't around, mother taught her hold her crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing Felix. Wish I was fixing Felix, yeah. Take me back to Swole Park. Tell all the old G's bring their old schools out. Let's take a trip around town. Remember the good times. Make grandma proud this time. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do it one time so I can get it right, because you know we gotta practice. On the road, feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady holding her own. Father wasn't around, mother taught her hold her crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing Felix. Take me back to Swole Park. Tell all the OGs bring their old schools out. Take a trip around town. Remember the good time. Trying to make my grandma proud. Trying to make my grandma proud. Yeah. So I really like to, I also like to really like go through my lines, like okay, why is this bar important? Why do we need to have this bar in this particular place? So lately I just like, I've been on this journey, this road, like, of really trying to get myself together, y'all. Transparent, I lost my job earlier this year, and it's been so hard to find a job, y'all. So I really just been like, you know what, let me take this time to study what I really been wanting to study. Because to be honest with you, if I would have had a job right now, it really would take away from things that I really have a passion for, and that's a lot of things, you know. But even me doing these lives is like, okay, let me do something else. So on this road, I do be feeling alone, because I can't complain. You know, I can't complain about what I'm going through, because there are other great things that I'm going through, you know. So looking at the positive, and it's crazy. The book that I'm currently reading is called Strength and Finder 2.0. And it talks about how people are always quick to talk about the negative part they're quick to talk about the negative or the weaknesses instead of strictly focusing on their strengths. So that's really what I've really been doing, like focusing on the things that I'm good at, focusing on the things that like make me happy, like music, you know, writing, building my business. Make sure y'all follow Still Studios, you know, because those are things that genuinely make me happy. And what's also like funny, like God moving like mysterious ways, but me doing that, I everything is aligning. You know, no job, no income, but I swear to y'all, everything else is like aligning with me. And I'm meeting the right people that's like, Z, like, you gotta hop on this. I'm building my team. Everybody's just like, okay, they care more than me, which is what I pray for, you know. So sometimes I do feel alone on this road, but I'm trying to make it back home. Like, I'm trying to make it back to the point where now my mama ain't got to pay no bills. You know, my sister can live comfortably. I can hire my family, you know, like that. I'm trying to make it back home. After being on this road, I want to take everything that I learned and send it to my family. Like, look, this is what we got to do, you know. And I do have good feelings making this song, because every emotion that I've been through, I'm going through, y'all, like, I'm good. I'm good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we all human. I probably cry like once a week, maybe. I ain't really cried in a long time, but like pattern wise, yeah. Because it's just like, okay, what else? You know. And I'm a young lady. I'm trying to hold my own. I'm trying to make it out. You better ask somebody. I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to shoot. I ain't said I want steak and lobster every day, but you better ask somebody. I want a good meal. You know, not just me. I want my family to have a good meal. I want my family to stress all the time. We ain't got time for that. You see? But I also, like, my father, transparent, my father was not always there when he needed to be there, but I love that man so much, because without him, I would not be here, obviously, you know. And for real, how I like to look at it is, like, he taught me that there are going to be people in the world just like him. So be prepared, Z. You know, don't be disappointed when somebody comes in your life and they make moves that just don't make sense. My dad taught me that's how the world works. My mother, hands down, if you know me, you know my mother is like my number one. So she always taught me to, like, just hold your crown, like, hold your head up, because at the end of the day, you know, that's all I got to say. At the end of the day, you know. So, and then also I say, heart stopped when we lost Alexis. So, backstory, dang, was I 15 or 16? 15 or 16, I had lost a friend of mine in high school. And that was the first time I had ever experienced losing a friend the way that I did. And I just remember that, like, really just hitting the whole school. And also, I come from a community where we all was going to school from K through 12, you know. So it was very much like we family. Like, even if we didn't like each other, like, we was family. And that's crazy, because that's how me and all my good friends, we always start with not liking each other. But yeah, like, me and Alexis, like, at first we did not like each other, but we ended up being really good friends. And that year was, like, a really good year for me. And that following year, we lost her. So just thinking about that, and I said, I wish I was Fix It Felix. If you know who Fix It Felix is, you know that's off of Wreck-It Ralph. And it's a lot of situations where I just wish I could fix everything. And that's something, too, that I'm learning. Like, everybody doesn't necessarily want advice. They just want a listening ear. And I'm learning that, too. I've been learning that for the past year. Like, just being there to listen, to be there for my friends, my family. You know, I don't have all the answers, you know, but I do have ears. And I do have a time to, like, really take that time to be like, okay, this is what you need. This is how I can help, you know. And then take me back to Swope Park. Like I was saying, if you know Kansas City, Missouri, everybody knows Swope Park. Everybody. All the OGs know Swope Park, okay? Swope Park is where all my grandma, her friends went to chill, play music, whatever it was, dance. I mean, that was the park for us. And unfortunately, it is shifting and everything. They got... I already know how it is in every black community that's going on right now, but it was one of those parks where, like, we used to chill. And if you know Swope Park for real, you know, it was a corner store right on the next block. It was a corner store, and my grandma, she used to always send me to that corner store and get me an ice cream. It was a Oreo ice cream. Boy, I miss those days. I'm almost about to cry, but tell my OGs to bring their old schools out, because that was another thing that's, like, really popular in the black culture, is like having your box car, having your 1996 Impala, you know, having your what is that car we used to have, your Suburbans, like, you know, like, you know, with the rims on there, with the beats going crazy, man. Like, I just remember those days, like, and I remember, again, going to Swope Park, and not even just Swope Park, period, but just seeing it around our community, bro. Like, everybody just had it going on, and you wouldn't know people were struggling or whatever, because we always made a way. That's one thing I can say about our community, is that we always make a way. And so, like, let's just take a trip around town. Like, my mom, she's always like, we should, like, let's just take a ride around town. We used to take a ride around all Kansas City. I remember growing up, she used to take us on a bus, and it was more learning experiences. But those experiences, those adventures, man, like, really shaped who me and my family are, who me and my friends are, y'all. And then also remembering the good times, like I just said, remembering the good times, y'all. Like, I say that in my song, Celebrate. Let's celebrate the good times. We don't think about those often. Tired of my people talking about pain. I'm tired of my people talking about pain. You know what I mean? So just remembering the good times and then making my grandma proud. I also lost my grandma in 2020. So, like, I always feel her near me. I always, like, I'm very spiritual too. So, like, I always feel her near me. I see her near me. Y'all might be like, what? But yeah, I see her near me. You know, so I feel like when those things happen or when I feel that energy, I'm making her proud. And even when I don't feel her around, like, I'm making her proud. And everything. So this piece right here, I'm sorry I even got emotional because, like, it's real. Like, these are real. It's real, y'all. It's just real. These are things that I think about daily. Like, how I sometimes wish I was 16 again. I wish I was 7 again. Like, those times just be like, dang, it just go by so fast. But I'm blessed. I'm in a good spot. And I just want to say, for real, thank y'all for tuning in for Bars with ZPEEZE. We will be doing this more often. Like I said, I'm trying to get I probably said in this one or the last one, because it freaking deleted the other one. That actually made me mad. But it's going to be alright. I'm cool. I'm going to be patient. But, I'm trying to get my Twitch going, but unfortunately the equipment that I have is not compatible to it. But shoot, ain't nothing gonna stop me. Ain't nothing gonna stop Z. So look, y'all, I appreciated this time. I appreciated this 30 minutes that we had together. And let's see you one more time before we leave, because I feel like, you know, now that y'all got the story, y'all can really understand why this bar and all my other bars just mean so much to me. You know, so we're gonna sing it without the song. And then without the beat, and then we're going to do it with the beat. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time. I just need to catch the melody. I'm sorry, y'all. I won't waste no time. Okay. Yeah. On the road, feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady trying to hold her own. Father wasn't around. Mother taught her hold her ground. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing Felix. Take me back to Swole Park. Tell all the OGs to bring their old schools out. Let's take a trip around town. Remember the good times. Gonna make my grandma proud. That was good. Gonna make my grandma proud, yeah. Gonna make my grandma proud, yeah. Okay, let's sing that again. On the road, feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady trying to hold her own. Father wasn't around. Mother taught her hold her crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing Felix. Take me back to Swole Park. Tell all the OGs bring their old schools out. Let's take a trip around town. Remember the good times. Gonna make my grandma proud, yeah. Gonna make my grandma proud, yeah. Oh, I got so emotional. I hate when I get emotional. Ooh. Ooh. On the road, feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. Good feelings making this song. Young lady holding her own. Father wasn't around. Mother taught her hold a crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing feelings. Take me back to Swope Park. Tell all the OGs bring their old schools out. Let's take a trip around town. Remember the good times. Gonna make my grandma proud. Gonna make my grandma proud, yeah. Gonna make my grandma proud, yeah. On the road, feeling all alone, trying to make it back home. All of a sudden when I'm feeling this song, young lady trying to hold her on. Father wasn't around, mother taught her hold her crown. Heart stopped when we lost Alexis. Wish I was fixing feelings. Take me back to Swope Park. Tell all the OGs bring the old schools out. Let's take a trip around town. Remember the good times. Gonna make my grandma proud. Gonna make my grandma proud. Yeah, yeah. I had to go high a little bit for y'all. I had to go high a little bit. Gonna make my grandma proud. Gonna make my grandma proud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, it's ZPEEZE. It's BARZ with ZPEEZE. I will be back. I'm trying to get a schedule. I normally do my practice beats, everything on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. So we're going to get a consistent schedule going on for y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Don't forget to follow, like, and comment, whatever you got to do. But remember, we keep it real. We don't rap. We speak facts. I'll see y'all later. Peace.